Religious teachings about sex, parental messages, cultural expectations, social disgrace and disapproval can lead to sexual guilt and shame. It can severely impact the relationship the individual can have with themselves and other relationships. It has been linked to sexual dysfunction, depression, and mental illness. Shame is experienced in reference to how other people perceive your actions. Guilt is experienced in reference to how you perceive your actions. Sexuality is who you are personally attracted to, but gender identity is who you are in your soul. The cause of sexual guilt can come from judging critically sexual acts and attitudes of yourself and others. Masturbation or any self-pleasure can be seen as immoral. Having sexual desires that does not seem to fit in with a set of morals and values one has been brought up with can also cause guilt. For example, viewing pornography can trigger sexual guilt in people who are embarrassed about it and view it as bad. And this is something we will talk about in the future. Being interested in sexual acts can be viewed as kinky or not normal, e.g. bondage. Why do so many people view homosexuality as something undesirable or perverted? And women are often thought of as being sluts or viewed as being dirty. We try to control behavior with shame, but we have to fight the misconceptions and defy the social norms without judgment. However, if you have an uncontrolled sexual behavior, you can seek treatment by an experienced therapist. But always be kind to yourself. Certainly, our old messages and attitudes towards sexual issues, being approved or disapproved, are strong and can come from family, religious groups, and friends. And not identifying with traditional heterosexual orientation can be difficult for many people. Cultural teachings and beliefs, also religion, often oppose any other sexual orientation other than heterosexual. In fact, in many countries, anything other than heterosexual is illegal, even having sex without wedlock. Thoughts about sexual acts that may be illegal can bring huge amounts of sexual guilt, and coming out for many men and women can also cause anxiety and internal conflicts. Homosexuality in some religions is punishable by death. Even masturbation and contraception are deemed sinful. Religion has played a huge part in individuals to behave in certain ways. Whereas there are some religions, as in Hinduism, that believe strongly in sexual pleasure and thought to be a responsibility of marriage. Some values and beliefs in terms of sexuality has been shaped by legends and myths. And in ancient texts, it shows evidence of LGBT themes. Sexual orientation and identification is a big cause of sexual guilt and anxiety, and some of the physical effects of sexual guilt can lead to an enormous amount of anxiety and shame. Whereas the psychological effects can cause one to be hypercritical of their sexual performance, which can lead to sexual dysfunction. Performance anxiety and depression can lead to a loss of sexual desire and a fear of sex. But we can overcome sexual guilt and shame. Sexual shame is a learnt behaviour. We are born as beautiful, innocent beings. We are a sexual species. Nature unites us to keep the species moving forward and procreation to connect to one another. Very early on, we can receive strong negative messages about sexuality, and sexual shame is a vicious cycle. The only way out is to learn to love and accept ourselves, so we can devalue the sexual guilt and shame with love and acceptance. As we start to see the old triggers and how they make us feel, we can learn through repetition to devalue the old, so we can consciously put out for a safer context of our beliefs and learn to remove and replace it with positive statements that I can give you. We have to harness the brain circuitry towards loving and accepting ourselves. And for that, we have to rewire our brain and solidify neural pathways towards love and acceptance. And as we build these new neural pathways in the brain, we start to attach ourselves to love and acceptance instead of guilt, shame, and anxiety. We start to look at what the root issue is and identify it, becoming fully aware of how it makes one feel. Remember, feel it fully, allow it. Know it's not about now, and remove it and replace it with the life-giving statements, so we grow those new neural pathways. Because in any healing, when you take out, you must replace. So we start to heal our sexual relationship with ourselves. So one thing we can do to help heal ourselves is to practice by being fully in your body and allowing yourself any form of pleasure you want. But at this stage, don't use pornography. So slowly, we can overcome our sexual shame with love and acceptance. Then we can work with a partner, and here, communication is the key. We can tell them what you are working on and how they can best help. Always be kind to yourself. Remember, we can be dealing with generations of negative sexual programming. We have to rewire our beliefs about sexuality and drop other people's programming about our sexuality, so we can feel free to be sensual or not. We have to build on healthy sexual experiences. We always try to control behavior with shame. We must change it. Root yourself in what you think yourself to be, not in what others tell you to be. Be true to what you feel inside and who you are. The antidote of guilt, shame, and fear are being real and authentic and following your deepest needs. Live according to your values. Never input them from outside yourself. You have done nothing wrong. However, guilt causes us to examine ourselves by reflecting on our actions and underlying motivations. Sexuality, poorly repressed, unsettles some families. Well repressed, it unsettles the whole world. Here are some statements to help you on your journey. It is safe for me to be who I am, and I have a right to be here. It is safe for me to be who I am, and I have a right to be here. It is safe for me to be who I am, and I have a right to be here. I am at ease with my sexuality. I am at ease with my sexuality. I am at ease with my sexuality. Sexual desire is healthy and normal. My body is beautiful. Sexual desire is healthy and normal. My body is beautiful. Sexual desire is healthy and normal. My body is beautiful. I now allow great sex. I now allow great sex. I now allow great sex. I love my body. I love my body. I love my body. My sex life is healthy and nourishing. My sex life is healthy and nourishing. My sex life is healthy and nourishing. I lovingly and joyously accept my sexuality and its expression. I lovingly and joyously accept my sexuality and its expression. I lovingly and joyously accept my sexuality and its expression. I lovingly and joyously accept my sexuality and its expression. I am sexually confident. I am sexually confident. I am sexually confident. My body is beautiful and worthy of pleasure. My body is beautiful and worthy of pleasure. My body is beautiful and worthy of pleasure. So now make yourself comfortable. And take a deep breath in through the nostrils. And hold the breath. And just let go. And take another inhalation through the nostrils. Holding the breath. Holding the breath. And just let go. And put your focus on your heart area. See this lotus growing in your heart to its fullest radiance. See that radiance and light going throughout your whole body, in and around you. Feel that energy as totally accepting of you, loving you just as you are, in whatever form you are. Allow that energy to love you with total acceptance. Sit for the rest of this meditation imbued in this energy until you hear my voice at the end of the meditation. Take a deep breath in through the nostrils and hold the breath. And open your mouth and just let go. Take another inhalation, holding the breath, and just let go. Open your eyes and have a good stretch. Leave today's meditation focusing on loving and accepting yourself and choosing to let go of past feelings of shame or guilt around sexuality, because that is your choice. If you found benefit from this talk, please click like and subscribe to our meditation channel, Talks and Music. Also, feel free to comment below if you would like a specific issue to be addressed in the following day's meditation continuum. To contact me personally and to make an appointment, please click on the link to my webpage or Facebook below.